guys, it's me, Erin from Stacked. I'm here just going to do a quick tutorial for you guys on how I did my recent splatter technique for my mom's birthday cake. I know a lot of you guys were asking me to show you, so here you go. So this is the technique I'll be showing you how to make. As you can tell, it's super fun. I did 6 or 7 colors here, so you can do 1 color, 10 colors, really whatever you want. Just have fun with it. Really doesn't take much to do this. I like to put down just some parchment or wax paper just for an easy cleanup later. I just have a bucket here with some water. You can have 1 paintbrush if you want, or you can have a paintbrush for each color. For your colors, I mix them in these little paper cups just because we have them laying around and it's easy for me to clean up. But you could definitely just use a palette if you have that. And what's going to go in them is a little bit of clear alcohol of a high proof. This is just a vodka. If you can use Everclear, that's ideal because it's got a really, really high proof. Not every state sells it though, so you have to see what you can get. I'm going to use 3 different gel colors. I just have Americolor gel here, and I'm also going to use 1 airbrush color just to show you it works a little differently, but it still definitely works. So you'll get to see each of those here. Other than that, you just need an airbrush to do this technique. And most importantly, you need your paper. So this is just an icing sheet that I'm going to be using, just a white icing sheet from Icing Images. It comes in 3 different sizes. The first size is just a standard printer paper size. You know, it's about 8.5 by 11. This one's 8.5 by about 14 inches. And there's one that's even bigger that is about 12 by 16 inches. So that's great. If your cake is 4 inches high, you can get 2 full strips out of this size of paper, 2 full strips this way. That gives you about 28 inches of wrapping just from 1 piece of paper, which is pretty nice, and it's super easy to attach to your cake. You can use water, you can use piping gel, vodka, really anything. Just do a light coat so it's not drenched, and that's about it. And you can use, I just use a ruler and an X-Acto to cut through the paper, but you can use scissors if you want to cut different shapes. You can cut strips. You don't have to wrap your cake. You can use, if you have craft punchers, it's a great way to do little things. You can just punch them right out. I have some right here that I did. You can glue them on your cake, make a fun design, use it for cupcakes, cookies, anything like that. And actually, let me just add in, there's another great thing about the Icing Images sheets. They have some like this that are pre-punched with different size circles. So you can get mini ones for mini cupcakes or something like that, where you could get 3-inch circles. You can do your design on here, and then when it's dry, just pop out these perfect pre-cut circles and put them right on your cookies. How easy is that, right guys? So easy and fun. So I'm really excited to show you guys to do this. Ready? Let's go. Little paintbrush. I like to keep a paper towel next to it just to dab a little bit. Mix up your color, and this is the great thing, guys. You don't have to be exact at all. You're just putting down blobs of color wherever you want it. You can make smaller patches, you can make bigger patches. And like I said, my mom's cake, I did like about 6 or 7 colors. You can do 2 colors, you can do 3, as many as you want. And you can always go back and add more. If you want to start light, that's always good, especially if it's your first time. I like to go back and just add an extra little dollop of love. And then, so now we're going to use our airbrush. Ready? You see that? You just push it in any direction you want. You get really nice control. Just don't blow your towel away. Anywhere you want. And this is obviously, you can see why it's nice to have something down like parchment paper so it doesn't get too messy on your table, because this can get a little messy. And you can get closer, make tinier splatters as it starts to lessen. See, I don't know if you guys can tell, but it seemed pretty dry from far away, but when you get close up, you can really push it out even more. But when it dries dispersed, where some areas are thicker and some are not, you get a nice watercolor effect. So I would always start farther away, and then you can get closer, because you don't want to heavily splash all over. Alright, so let's say we're happy with that. Okay. You can futz with it all day, it's really fun. Okay, just rinse off. You can have different brushes if you'd like, or you can just, since these all kind of meld together anyway, I just do a quick little rinse and just blot it. It's not completely clean, but that's okay for what we're doing. And right now I'm going to use a turquoise color. So you just put that wherever you want it. Let's just start with those, and you can put a little dollop somewhere else. Whatever you want, guys. It's fun. That's what this is. This is just fun. See, isn't that? I love when they start trailing off into the other colors, and you can really push them however you want. You can stop it when you want. I love that too. Look, straight on, goes straight out. And then you can expand however you want. Really, really fun. That kind of like, it looks like a gross bug, doesn't it? I love it. I don't love gross bugs, but in this regard, it looks pretty darn cool. Swirlies all over. There you go. Then we have one more gel color we're going to use right now. And this is an electric blue. You only want to be careful. The only kind of warning I'll give is that if you do too much, too heavy, if you just get too excited, as you probably know just from like kindergarten classes, your colors, if they get too muddled together, you might get some ugly spots of like a weird muddy purple or anything like that. But hey, have fun with it. And if you're using hole punches or something like that, if you're using punchers or cutting it up, it really doesn't matter as much because you can pick the areas you like. But you want as much usable space and product as you can. Like, it's like little bursts of fireworks almost, guys. So this could be really, there's so much potential for the things you can do with this. Plus it's a nice way to practice, I guess, with your airbrush too. If you're not used to your airbrush, it's a nice way to just kind of play with seeing the pressure and where it goes and all that. It's really nice. Now I'll show you that little bit of airbrush color that also works. So this, you could put it in a cup if you wanted more control. I'm just gonna put a couple little drops. We'll just do there. It's already pretty green over here, so I'm gonna leave that. It's a little runnier, as you can see, but it works just the same in principle. And that's really it, guys. You know, you can go back. If I looked at this and I said, hey, I'd really like more blue in this, then no big deal. Go in, add a little more blue. Oh, I want more blue here. Oh, there's more blue here. Anything you want, guys. It's just up to you. And that's the really fun part of this, is that there's no right or wrong thing. It's totally back to the fun art class you had when you were little. That's what this is all about, guys, right? Having fun, making something beautiful that you like. Ta-da! How easy was that, guys? So what you would do now is just let these sit overnight. I do a bunch at once, you know, while you have your little setup going, and to utilize your colors as best you can. Just let it sit overnight out. It's fine. Let it dry. And then afterwards, once it's nice and dry, if you're not going to use it right away, just put it in a plastic airtight container. You can just put it back in the packages these come in. That's what I do. But if you had something like a Ziploc bag, that works just fine. Just something airtight. So that's about it. Thanks, guys, so much for watching. Another fun little thing that doesn't really help or mean anything, but it's just nice for your soul. If you have a paper towel, especially the more colors you use, looks pretty darn cool by the end of this. So as you can see, might be a little runny, so you want to be careful when you pick it up, but this is what we ended up with, guys, right? Pretty cool, took no time at all, and it was a blast, literally and figuratively, because of our airbrush. So thank you guys so much for watching. I know this was a pretty quick tutorial, but as you can see, this is a really easy method that you can do really cool things with, whether you're a professional or you're just starting out. It's really fun. If there's anything that I didn't cover or that you want to know, feel free to ask me. My Facebook page is stacked. You can go to my website, www.stackedcakes.us.com. You can contact me from there, like I said, Facebook, email, whatever, and I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have. Thanks guys for watching, I appreciate it. Bye.